So I've been thinking lately of the difference between just existing and actually living. And I'll be honest, I've been feeling guilty of spending so much time doom scrolling, and I spend too much time on TikTok, and then you have Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, that I feel like my attention span has been vanishing as I've been scrolling like quite a lot during the day without actually doing anything about it. And that feeling is exactly why I came back to this incredible anime, which is The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And I've seen the show around 8 times already, like no exaggeration. So every time I watch it, I realize it's just not only a show, but not just like a high school anime hunting aliens or like espers and whatnot. It's about battling the philosophies. As on one side, you would have Haruhi Suzumiya, like she's intense, she's more self-centered, and she's bossy. And she basically has the power to rewrite reality itself as she's a god. But the catch is, in the show herself, like she has no idea. And to her, she's just being bored. But on that specific scene at the baseball stadium, the screen goes grey. She looks at thousands of people and she realizes that she's just a dot, a pixel. And she says, brushing my teeth, going to sleep, waking up, and just eating breakfast, everything became boring. And we feel that kind of melancholy as feeling of that following just the template. But Haruhi, she rejects it. She decides that if the world is boring, she will force it to be more interesting through her own sheer, willpower as a god. And then we have Kyon on the other hand, where he's the narrator, he's the realist of the show, as he's the guy we always, pretend to be. As he stands on the sidelines, rolling his eyes, claiming he wants a normal life. He says he's grown out of believing Santa Claus or aliens, but my theory of rewatching the show for the 8th time is that Kyon is lying. He's lying to himself, as he acts like he's this kind of hostage in the SOS brigade. But the thing is that he could quit anytime, and he doesn't. So why? Because deep down, he knows that Haruhi makes things real. And without her, his life is just high school, repetitive homework and just sleep and just in class. But then when we have the dynamic, when we explode more into the movie segment, so the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, Kyon wakes up and Haruhi is gone as the world is fixed. There is no aliens, no time loops. It's just a more quieter and more peaceful, normal high school life that he's been wishing for. And when we get to points of the movie, he hates it. There's this kind of incredible monologue where he's freezing in the cold, staring into the empty club room. And then he finally stops lying, and then he asks himself, do you want a world that is boring and stagnant? Or do you want a world where aliens and time travelers exist? And then he made that choice. Stay safe, or in that scene where he had to enter in the computer, the enter key, and then it goes back to chaos, back to Haruhi's world. And he admits that chaos was fun. And I love this dynamic because it is the art of winging it. Haruhi doesn't have a plan. She has the desire. She throws herself at the world and demands it to give her something back. And I feel like we're missing that kind of energy ourselves. Our generation is stuck watching these kind of 15-second videos and forgetting the next 2 reels afterwards, as we just try to be realistic, we just try to be adults. But what if we embrace the chaos a little bit? She makes you feel alive, as she drags you out that kind of comfort zone you have built for yourself. And we have to be more like her, except with the god complex, but definitely the spirit she has, as the world is only boring if you let it be. So stop doom scrolling and go make your own stuff. And I will see you in the next video.